Hello Spider Peeps. Well, what's on the desk today? Well, this is a strange little thing I saw on AliExpress. Fidget toy. Honestly, these buttons are pretty cool. I do like them. They're sort of very nice keyboard buttons. Wouldn't mind a keyboard built from these, but that's not the point of this. I mean, it's supposed to be a fidget thing, but the most important thing is it is not for aircraft use.
Not used in aircraft.
I don't know what EGPWS stands for. It's something to do on a plane. I've been really into watching stuff about aircraft at the moment. Really enjoying Kelsey on 7-4 Crew and also Mental Pilot as well. Really enjoy watching them and talking about how things work on a plane. And I've always found it funny. The plane shouts terrain, terrain. Yeah. So I was amazed you could get these little sound simulators. I mean, it's a big thing to have on your keyring, isn't it? I think I want to mount it in my car somehow, but let's see what it does. So it does quite a few things really, in a strange way. So it's got these samples, so terrain. It's not that good. Terrain. It's a bit tinny and wind shear. It's a bit like the old Star Trek sounds that you could get on a key fob. Yeah, I mean, it's funny. What would happen if you took this on an airplane? Well, you'd be nowhere near the flight deck, so it wouldn't make any difference, would it? Anyway, I want to look in this. I want to see. Well, wind shear. I want to look at this. Notice that there's some lights underneath it as well. So wind shear has got wind shear. A purpley light, and there's some red lights at the top, I think. Now that's a pull up is a yellowy light. That looks red, but it also looks another colour. So there's different LEDs for each button. So that's funny. Right, let's turn this off for a minute. I just want to whoops, I want to have a look at these. Just caught that in time. I need to put these over here so I don't get them in the wrong order when I put them back on. I mean, I can just push the button to see which one it's expecting, can't I? So I'm just going to have a look at these key switches. These look sort of familiar. It's quite a nice feedback you get from those. So looking at the bottom of it, well, it came with one of those bits of plastic that turn the batteries off. What batteries has it got in it? Let's just check that, shall we? Okay, so it's got what I call laser pointer batteries. A few of them. Okay, so what I wanted to see is what's going on inside it, and also whether I could improve the speaker a little bit. LR44, so 3 of them that we need. Of course, if there's 3 of them and they're 1.5 volts each, we could probably get away with using a 2032 on it. Now notice there's no other entrance into this other than this there. I've not had this apart, but I did notice when I pulled one of the key tops off earlier that it got a little screw underneath it. So let's take that screw off. I've been watching wristwatch repair as well, so let's take it out with those. And will that come out now? Oh yeah, oh this is good, it just falls out. So I've got a feeling these are some kind of standard button and that they might actually just come out. Or they're called Cherokee key switches or something like that. There's a few different types of them. I think the reason it feels so nice is because they're not cheap key switches. This wasn't that cheap. It was 11 or 12 pounds off Ali. Anyway, what have we got inside it? Well, got some microprocessor and then the wires out to the speaker and the battery in, I suppose, and 4 different LEDs. So let's power this up again. Let's put these back in. I think it was, I think they were all this way, weren't they? I hope they were. Otherwise, it's going to be a very short video. Turn on. Okay, so they're in correctly. It's a bit hard to trigger it with the buttons on, so let me see if I can just short it with the tweezers. Then we can see the different colours. So doesn't want to play, does it? Did I turn it off again? It's a sort of daft thing I would have done without realising.
Terrain.
Yeah, turned it off, stupid. Okay, so that's green one.
Terrain.
That's red.
Sync rate.
That's magenta, and that's
Wind shear.
and that's blue. So there's the various different ones on there. Right. Okay. So it's also got this cheap little, probably, what do they call them? Mylar speakers. So I could improve the power supply on this. It would obviously have to go in a different box, and I'd love to put a better speaker in. So let's just have a play with something. So I pulled these two speakers out of an old TV set that had broken and that I dismantled for interesting parts. And actually the screen of it now provides lighting for me in my loft. So let's just remove these at the moment. And I know there's things that you should do with looking at the ohms of the speakers, whether they're the same. So this is, does it say it on there? They're normally 8 ohm. It begins with 8, so, oh, but it's got 40 on it as well. I'm just going to assume this is 8 ohm. I don't know. Who knows what this cheap speaker in there is. So I wonder what would happen if I just wired them all up in parallel and get some croc clips. Let's see whether those little button cells have got enough power to drive this. I mean, it might be a complete flawed idea of mine, but I'm just experimenting. So let's pop that on there and pop that on there. And then I'm hoping I can just, there's nothing on the other side of that. So I've got a feeling I should just be able to clip over these and just pick up a connection that way. I mean, we'll find out sooner enough. Okay, make sure they're not shorting. Now, I think it was still on. Oh, actually, that's improved it no end. I don't know whether the speaker in this is also on. I can't tell, but
Sync rate.
whoa, the bass frequency now has really come up, so it feels a lot deeper and a lot less tinier. And actually, so the sample's not that bad.
Terrain.
That sounds fantastic.
Terrain.
And what about the alarm one?
Wind shear.
You can actually hear an aircraft in the background.
Wind shear.
I wonder where they've got these samples
Sync
from.
rate.
Yeah, so I'm quite amazed. I thought I might have to put a beefier power supply. I mean, the best way of doing it would be to put a little amplifier in there as well. And then I can make a better aircraft simulator. So, yeah, an interesting thing to play around with. I'm probably not going to put another video about this on the channel unless I suddenly decide to make an enclosure for it and do a proper amplifier on it and really get these warnings firing out. But yeah, have you seen those? If you know what the EGPWS, I think that might be specific to a certain aircraft manufacturer. I'm not sure whether that's Boeing or whether that's Airbus. I'm not sure, but you can get various different ones as well. But yeah, so something fun to play with and a little thing for aviation geeks. All right, hope you enjoyed this video. Please help out the channel by giving a like. Please drop a comment as well below. That all helps out. And I'll see you next time. Bye.
Terrain, sync rate. Sync terrain. Terrain.
Yeah, I think it is.
Terrain.
By Aaron.
Terrain.
By Aaron.